exit ramp. Well, a recent study reveals that 60% of Americans are craving more communication with their kids and grandkids during the pandemic, but it may not be safe just yet. So Synergy Home Care has created a campaign called Senior Connection, and joining me live to talk about it now is Chad Jolley, owner of Synergy Home Care Houston. Chad, good morning.
Morning, Sally.
Well, tell me about what you've heard from seniors during this time. What are they telling you about what has been the hardest thing for them during the pandemic?
Well, you know, Sally, this COVID situation has really exacerbated a problem that already existed. Our senior loved ones are in many cases isolated, and family and loved ones have a hard time getting to them, say if there's a long-term connection there. And so this pandemic has really caused that situation to even grow. And we have a lot of our seniors, a lot of the clients that we have, they rarely see their family. And so we came up with this, Synergy Home Care came up with this Senior Connection program to really emphasize our desire to try to get that back, to try to reinvigorate the connection between our senior loved ones and families. We send out a lot of great caregivers. We have a team of about 100 caregivers here in Houston, and we send them out to try not just to keep them healthy and safe in their home, but also to try to reinvigorate a connection among their family.
So the Senior Connection program, does it pair seniors up with caregivers? Tell us how it works.
Well, it does a couple things. So we have trained our care specialists to learn how to help seniors with the connecting the devices. We help them with doing puzzles and trying to make them gain more social connection with not just our caregivers, but also their families. So, for example, we will help them with device interventions, so helping them learn how to get their connections, to get their tablet, Zoom meetings and FaceTime and Facebook and all that. But we can also help connect them by taking them out on a fresh air tour, whether that's going to the park or even just going out in their backyard and just really gaining that immune boosting power that the outdoors and the sun really give us during this kind of uncertain time that we're living in with this pandemic.
Sure. And Chad, what's the boredom booster? What can you recommend for that? Because my kids are suffering from that as well. So what do you tell seniors to beat the boredom?
I tell you what, there's a lot of possibilities. So my father-in-law was with us for 3 months, March through June, and we had to do that. We actually had to really think about how to engage him. So my father-in-law did all these 12 puzzles in there. So puzzles are a great one. In fact, he probably did 20 puzzles while he was with us. In addition to that, if you have a mom or a grandma that wants to do coloring books, very good. It really keeps them engaged, and it actually really can bring a daughter. My daughter helped my mother-in-law with several of these. In addition to that, cooking. My mother-in-law really loves to cook. But, you know, when she was in Iowa, very hard to do when it's just her and her husband. So her and my daughter really got together, made several meals throughout the time they were with us. And before they left, we made sure that we got their tablet together and made sure it was connected so that we could do Zoom meetings when they got back to Iowa. And it really is helpful. I know a lot of people, the Zoom meetings are getting a little old, but Zoom meetings, FaceTime, it's just so invigorating to have at least an ability to at least see the face of a person. And so there's so many things to do. Cooking, walks outside. So my in-laws, where they were here, we made a point to try to get them out into our backyard and walking around, not just sitting there, but kind of walking around in the cool of the day. There's many ideas.
Yes. Chad Jolley, thank you for your time today. We are out of time, but we can all make it a goal, right? To FaceTime or Zoom a loved one today or send a note in the mail. It can make all the difference in a senior's life. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sally.